Welcome back to Rumor Mill. Earlier today, government leaders held a critical press briefing to update the nation on our state of readiness as Tropical Storm Melissa moves closer to Jamaica. The focus is clearly on safety and stability, with representatives from key essential services, including JPS and the National Water Commission, alongside telecom providers Digicel and Flow, joining the Ministries of Science and Technology and Health and Wellness to share their preparedness efforts. The message from the briefing is urgent. Now is the time to review your family emergency plans, charge all your devices, mends, secure your homes, and most importantly, check in on neighbors, family, and the elderly. Officials are urging citizens to remain calm, stay safe, and rely only on official channels for accurate updates as they continue to monitor the storm's path closely. Remember, we will weather this storm. Check out these clips.
JUTC will maintain regular bus operations as long as conditions are safe to do so. Service updates will be shared via social media and public channels. 30 buses are designated for emergency deployment across depots in Portmore, Spanish Town, Rockport, and Montego Bay. Each depot has activated an emergency operations committee, and the JUTC representatives are embedded in national and parish emergency centers for coordinated response. All depots, fuel stations, and assets have been secured, and the company is prepared to support evacuation and transport efforts. The minute that a hurricane warning, not a watch, a warning has been issued, it is likely that the airports will close within 24 hours. It is not a must that both of them will be closed at the same time. It's all dependent on the tracking of the storm or the hurricane and the elements in terms of the locations of the two airports, which are obviously on the sea.
All public hospitals will now enter emergency mode. This means that while hospitals remain open, outpatient services and elective surgeries will be suspended for the time being to focus on the emergencies. Visitations will be limited, and family members are asked to pick up their relatives who have been admitted for non-critical reasons, and the respective hospitals will reach out to those family members. We have to reserve bed space just in case we need them for emergencies.
With gray skies overhead and the storm Melissa on its way, fishing vendors and fishermen here at the Old Harbour Fishing Village are in full preparation mode.
Fishing our fart here now, and it's serious. The weather is serious, so we evacuate the boat them to the mangrove, get them right before they mash up. We have to take caution because right now the sea is very rough. Right now, and never nobody to go out there right now because they're dead.
Them boat have to move soon. All our boat them have to move. That's Jamaica. When the storm come now, you see them are roll and sitting. And it's a different thing when the storm come the right way now. They lift up all of them boat and finger mash them up. So what we do a while ago, we get two boat them now and use that the boat there, bring them, go in at the mangrove and jar them up and tie them up good. So nothing wrong with them. All in all, then we full of water. So what we have to do, we'll go over there back now and just bail out the water, take them out of the boat and carry them back right here so we them park. You get me?
Beryl and Dean and them storm there. My sister, it's dangerous because last time I never carried all the boat in the bush. I have to run. I put me on my foot and run. Very quick though. Because we are watching go and let time to come. So we don't take no more chance for that.
We're here in Yala St. Thomas, and as you can see behind me, residents are doing their last-minute shopping and the last-minute preparations ahead of Tropical Storm Melissa. I spoke with one resident here, and this is what she had to say.
I'm ensuring that I have adequate food supplies, so the tin stuff, the bread, etc. And I also have a young baby, so I'm ensuring that I have, any emergency medical supplies that I can get over the counter, just in case of an emergency.
As of 10 a.m., the center of Tropical Storm Melissa was located near latitude latitude 15.5 degrees north, 74.9 degrees west, or about 215 miles southeast of Kingston, Jamaica. The system is moving slowly towards the northeast near 7 kilometers per hour, and maximum sustained winds are up to 75 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. Now we have gone from a tropical storm watch to a warning because tropical storm conditions are likely within 36 hours within the Jamaica area, and we have also gone to a hurricane watch because hurricane conditions of 119 kilometers or more in terms of wind speed are likely over Jamaica over the next 48 hours. Now, little strength in forecast is expected over the next day or so, but what is interesting, we just had a discussion with the National Hurricane Center, and coming out of that is that Melissa could become a major hurricane sitting south of Jamaica on the weekend, and that of course is something that we have to pay special attention to.
Firefighters respond to emergencies beyond fire. With Tropical Storm Melissa approaching Jamaica, the fire brigade is prepared for the possible dangers posed by the pending severe weather condition, heading or direction.
The Jamaica Fire Brigade is on high alert, and we're ready. As of yesterday, we would have ensured that all our units are filled with fuel. All our generators are also filled, so our stations are ready. We are ensuring that the men and women are ready. Our rescue teams are up and ready to respond. We ensure that our dinghies are inflated and are ready to respond. We are now in a watch and see mode. We are hoping for the best, but whatever comes our way, we'll be ready to handle it.
Deputy Commissioner Sean Martin underscores the importance of people not crossing flooded roadways and gullies. He reminds it's dangerous and life is often put at risk or lost if swept away. He also shared other safety precautions.
Just in case any power lines are down, you need to be very careful how you go outside, because water, electricity can really, it increases in voltage in water and it's more deadly.
While speaking at the media launch for Fire and Life Safety Awareness Week 2025, Commissioner of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Stuart Beckford, says knowing the number of your local fire station is important because the 110 telephone number is a third party and not the Jamaica Fire Brigade that answers. He says as a result, they have no control over how the responses are dispatched.
I have been saying this, and I'm not sure if persons are taking us seriously, but you need to know the number to your nearest fire station. Put that number on speed dial, just like how you have your friends and family and whoever else on speed dial. Put the fire station number in your phone and put it on speed dial. You pass the station probably every day to and from work or wherever you are going. Just stop, go to the station, ask the firefighters there for the number if it's not painted on the building, and put that in your phone. That can make the difference between us getting there in a timely manner.
My name is Stephen Shaw from the National Works Agency. Today we went looking at some locations where work is taking place in respect of the tropical storm now, as it is Melissa, that we are told is likely to impact the country. In the case of the Sandy Gully, we are seeking to have debris removed from the vicinity of the bridge that spans Spanish Town Road. We also went to look at the work now taking place on a section of the McGregor Gully, an area that is referred to as Burger Gully in St. Andrew. And we looked at the Wikiwaki area where there are some challenges with drains. Well, one of the things that we would have observed, certainly at Sandy Gully and at McGregor Gully, is really how some of us Jamaicans disposed of our garbage. We saw in the Sandy Gully 3/4 of a car sitting inside the middle of this very wide channel. We saw old household appliances. In the case of the gully by McGregor Gully, we saw old stoves, remnants of fridges. Now, when we dump things in our waterways, we are not only compromising them in terms of their effectiveness to carry storm water, but there is another element of this dumping. And that is when these things that are metallic move along the floor of the gully, they cause damage. Right? The gully invert becomes damaged, and over time you'll find the invert being eroded, and thereafter you find cracks developing, holes developing, and then you have large chunks of the invert being displaced, which sometimes lead to the walls collapsing, which then leads to persons being flooded out, homes being damaged, and in some cases persons have had to abandon where it is that they are living. And so we are saying to persons, outside of the practice that we see in Jamaica where persons decide to live on gully banks, you ought to ensure that you carry out proper garbage disposal in the space and not use the waterways, the gullies, as your place for the disposing of your garbage. Because at the end of the day, you are likely to pay, not only in terms of the home or the property that you have in the vicinity, but unfortunately, some persons are paid with their lives.